Hi everybody, it's Ashley here, Sleeve It to Mom, and I am just going to do a really quick grocery haul. I just went to the grocery store and came home, and I thought, it'd be a perfect time to do a grocery haul because I kind of planned out my meals this week, and instead of like having to go to the store every other day to get something I don't have. Anyway, I'll just start out with something kind of unexpected. Let's do this. So I plan out my meals, but then I get a couple of things that I can kind of fall back on for those evenings that are like crazy busy and everybody has stuff going on. And so we need like a convenience food instead of going somewhere and getting fast food or ordering out somewhere or going out to eat. So I always get a couple things like that. And so I picked up this thin crust. It's Great Value brand Supreme Pizza. And I was really surprised by the stats on this. It says for a fourth of a pizza, it's 26 carbs and 13 grams of protein. But I don't think that's bad for a meal because a fourth of a pizza is pretty big. I don't know if I would eat all of that. So I thought that was pretty good for 26 carbs, 13 protein. Whenever I cook frozen pizza, I add my own mozzarella on top of it. And I like buying a block of cheese and shredding it instead of getting the cheese that's already shredded for two reasons. One is because I think it melts better and it's like more meltier. That's my Pioneer Woman tip of the day. That's where I got the idea from. And also because, do you know that they put some type of starch in the shredded cheese you buy in the bag so that the cheese won't stick together? Because if you notice when you shred cheese and you put it in a baggie in your fridge, it like kind of clumps together, it sticks together, which is not a big deal. You just kind of break it up when you're ready to use it. But yeah, they add some kind of starch in with the shredded cheese in the bag. And then I bought this one, the Colby Monterey Jack cheese, a 2-pound one, because we go through a lot of cheese. I cube this up and put it in the kids' lunch. I'll cube it up and take it for like a snack for me during the day. I shred it, put it on top of foods that we eat. We go through a lot of cheese. So yeah, so that's why I bought the 2-pound one of this. I bought a 1 pound of mozzarella because we don't go through as much mozzarella as the other. Okay, so speaking of cheese, I bought string cheese. It's 7 grams of protein for 1 string cheese and 1 carbohydrate. See, and that's the thing too, when you buy packaged cheese like this, it usually is 1 carb per serving because it's for the starch that's added in there. Okay, and then I bought these sliced mild cheddar cheese, and what I plan on doing with these is probably most of them, what I'll do is I'll just quarter them, make 2 cuts and make 4 small squares of cheese, and then I'll put them on a baking sheet and bake them and make like cheese crackers. We like to do that and my kids love it. So for one meal this week, we'll have fajitas, and I love this fajita mix. The brand is Frontera. I guess that's how you say it. Anyways, it is so good. Before this, I only like fajitas the way my mom cooks them, and it's kind of time consuming and a pain in the butt, but this is so quick and easy. You just make them on top of your stove. And fajitas, especially being in this sauce, makes it more moist. And so fajitas is definitely a meat that I can eat left over easily, and it's not too dry and doesn't get stuck in my throat. Okay, so another thing I got was brown rice. My kids don't like brown rice, but what I do is I put this in our rice cooker, and it takes longer to cook than white rice. I like eating brown rice because it's a whole grain, and also because I can digest it better. The white rice, if I eat a couple bites of it, like I'm full instantly. I can't eat anything else. The brown rice I can eat better. I don't eat a whole lot of it at a time, but So what I do to get my kids to eat the brown rice, because it is a little bit different of a texture, plus it's brown so they can tell that it's not the normal white rice, is I will either add in soy sauce in it if we're having like a stir fry with it, and then they think it's just from the soy sauce, that's why it's brown. And another thing I'll do is I'll add in some beef broth to it, and so it kind of gives it a little bit darker brown color, and then they think that's just normal, and it gives it a good flavor. So there's your tip for getting your kids to eat brown rice. Okay, so then I bought this beef jerky just to have for a snack. It's the Sweet and Hot Great Value brand. I like the Sweet and Hot. That's my favorite flavor. And I know sweet makes you think sugar, so it has sugar in it, and it does. But it's only 1 gram more sugar than the other flavors of jerky. So I'm okay with that. And 1 ounce is a serving. There's 6 servings in here, and each ounce is 10 grams of protein, 7 carbs. So that's pretty good. I mean, honestly, I could eat this in like probably 3 sittings. That'd be like 20 grams of protein per sitting. I wouldn't do that, but I'm just saying that's a lot of protein in just a little bag like this. Okay, so I'm also gonna make some vegetable dip. I love the Hidden Valley Ranch dip mix, and this is 1 carb per serving, and sour cream is 1 carb per serving. And okay, so I cook with butter. I buy real butter. I get the Great Value brand. I like the Kerrygold butter if I'm eating it like on something, like it, not necessarily cooking with it, but say like I might put a little bit of butter on my rice, then I like to use the Kerrygold butter, but I didn't buy any of that today, and I don't have any of it either. I don't know, I just didn't get it. Okay, so I got this cottage cheese. Cottage cheese is really good for protein too. A half a cup is 11 grams of protein. That's quite a bit, and only 5 carbs per half a cup. Okay, so I bought this Truvia brown sugar blend. I've bought it before. Actually, I bought it before at Walmart, and then they quit carrying it, and I had to buy it off Amazon last time. But they have it in the store now, which is great because I only have a tiny little bit left. And in one of my other videos, I mentioned some blueberry muffins I make with oatmeal, and this is what I use in there. So it's 75% fewer calories per serving than regular brown sugar, and it says bakes and browns like brown sugar, and I think it's great. It sweetens a lot more than brown sugar, so you don't need as much. It has a little chart back here. So like my recipe calls for half a cup of brown sugar, so I'd only use 1/4 cup of this. So it's about twice as sweet as regular brown sugar. Okay, so I love the Dannon Light and Fit Greek yogurts. They're only 80 calories, and there are 12 grams of protein in one of these. I have one of these almost every afternoon for an afternoon snack. Usually like right before I leave work, and then I'm not tempted to get into really junky snacks after I pick up the kids and we get home and they're wanting to get snacks out and stuff. And okay, so there's 9 carbs in this. Also, hello, it's getting close to fall, and I'm a fall freak, and I'm a pumpkin freak, and I'm so ready to decorate for fall, but I know my husband will really roll his eyes, so I've held off. Anyways, they have the limited edition pumpkin Greek yogurt, and it is so good. It is also 12 grams of protein and 9 carbohydrates. It's so good. It tastes like pumpkin pie. It's super good. Okay, so I also picked up a rotisserie chicken. I like getting the traditional, not the lemon pepper. I'm not a big fan of lemon pepper, and my husband says that he's allergic to lemon pepper, although I don't think he is. But, I mean, he eats lemon and pepper separately, so why would you be allergic to lemon pepper? He says that one time before we were together, he got a lemon pepper chicken at Walmart, and he had hives afterwards. Well, I mean, it's like, what else did you eat with that chicken? It could have been anything. Whatever. Anyways, good thing I don't really like lemon pepper, so it's not a big deal. Okay, so I am trying to quit drinking pop. So I picked up this Powerade Zero. I like drinking these, and everybody likes the blue flavor. The blue flavor is the best flavor, I will agree, but I drank it so much for probably like 3 years that I got really tired of it. But if you're new to Powerade Zero, try the blue one. It is the best one. Orange is probably the least best one. The one I like the least. But it actually tastes kind of good to me now. So I got the orange. I got a couple of the red, which is fruit punch. And then a couple of the grape one. And the grape and fruit punch, they're pretty good. Okay, so what else? I bought eggs. We go through a lot of eggs. We cook with eggs, eat eggs plain. And one egg is 70 calories and I believe it's 0 carbs. Yeah, 0 carbs and 6 grams of protein. So that's good. I boil some eggs and just have them in the fridge in a Ziploc bag. And my daughter likes to take them for lunch. We make deviled eggs sometimes. We eat them on salads. We eat them the boiled eggs just plain whenever. We have scrambled eggs for breakfast, omelets. I cook with eggs, put eggs in stuff that I make. So there you go. That's what all we'll do with the eggs. Okay, next I bought these Great Value brand frozen meatballs because I have some like Italian sauce stuff that's in my fridge that's open that I need to use up. And so I thought we could have this one night, and they actually have quite a bit of carbs in them, 8 grams of carb per serving, and 6 meatballs as a serving, and 14 grams of protein. So really it's not that bad. It's more carbs than I thought would be in meatballs, but there has to be something to bind them together. Like I usually use oatmeal in my meatballs or meatloaf. So there's probably something like that in here. Oh, breadcrumbs. That's what it says on the ingredients. So that's why there's carbs in there. Okay. So when I make those meatballs with the sauce, I'll probably make some kind of pasta with it. And either I'll have very little of the pasta, or I may not have any at all. And then I'll probably use some of that mozzarella cheese on top of the meatballs, just to add some more protein and because it's so good. Okay, so I bought raspberries. They're so freaking expensive. Why do raspberries have to be expensive? Raspberries and blueberries, they're both expensive, but my kids love them and it's something good for them to eat. And they are always asking me for raspberries, so I buy them because they're good for them, and I'd rather see them eating that than junk. I thought I heard something. Okay, next I bought grapes. I like red grapes the best. They're my favorite. Actually, I'm gonna have one. I can't resist. And I bought green grapes just because look how big they are. Look at them next to the red one. They're a lot bigger. My kids like both. I think they like the green a little bit better though. So what I'll do with the grapes is I'll clean all of them in a strainer, and I will pick them all off of the stems and put them in a big bowl in the refrigerator. And my kids are really good about opening the fridge, and they'll like grab a handful of them. Or sometimes they'll grab the whole bowl and they'll go sit down with the whole bowl and not eat the whole bowl. That would be probably not good. But if I fix things that are convenient, and as convenient as things are that are in our junk cabinet, then they are more apt to eat it. So I'll spend the 10 minutes and clean these and put them in a bowl for them because I know they'll eat them. And then also with the purple grapes, I plan on making some chicken salad, and I'm gonna halve those grapes, maybe even quarter them, I don't know. But I'm gonna cut them up and put them in the chicken salad. All right, so for meat, I like going to the grocery store on the weekends, kind of around the morning time. I'm expecting my kids to come home anytime. They're at my parents' house. And so my mom's going to be bringing them back. So I keep thinking I'm hearing something. I like to go in the morning time, early morning, like usually between 8 and 9 on the weekends. One, because the grocery store is not busy at that time, because especially if you go Sunday morning, a lot of people are going to church and so they're not grocery shopping. Two, because in the morning, I feel like on the weekend, they stock up the meat a little bit more for people who come in and like are cooking out or whatever. And then so the next morning they mark the meat down because they have to sell it by a certain date. So anyways, that's what I like to do. I usually can find meat marked down. So I bought this sirloin tender steak, and I'll probably just slice it up and put it like in a stir fry. But this was $8.85 originally, and I got it for $6.55. So I saved over $2 on that. And there's nothing wrong with it. And I'm going to put all this meat in the freezer anyway, so it doesn't really matter what day it goes bad on. I don't have anywhere to set this. Okay. So then they had also the Tyson chicken breast tenderloins. This will be excellent for those fajitas I was telling you about. Also, I'm going to be making chicken salad either with this, or I might use some of the chicken from the rotisserie chicken for the chicken salad. And this was $6.82 originally, marked down to $4.98, so I saved about $2 on that also. So that's a pretty good deal. And I'm gonna make some chicken taco soup this week. Okay, so I bought these. I don't usually buy these, but I guess my kids' daycare person cooked sausage this week, and so my 5-year-old has been asking for sausage sticks. And I hope this is what it is, but anyways, 3 links is a serving for 10 grams of protein and 1 carb. I'm not that crazy about sausage links, but I might eat 1 or 2 whenever I cook them. Okay, and so then I bought another pack of chicken. You don't need to see that, it's the same thing. Alright, and then I bought a whole bunch of vegetables. I bought mushrooms. My husband loves mushrooms, my kids do not, but like this is something I could cook some up and put them on that pizza I showed you. Or usually what I do is like towards the end of the week is when I'll make a stir fry, and I'll make it with that, those little steaks I just showed you. I'll make it with that, and then like whatever vegetables I have that are getting close to going bad, I'll cut them up and put them in the stir fry. Speaking of which, I didn't show you, this is the stir fry sauce I bought. I've never bought this kind, so I hope it's good. I had been buying the stir fry like little kit that has like a few different things in it that you cook with, and it's okay. Anyway, so this was quite a bit cheaper than that other thing was, and I'm wondering if I would have to use all of this for a stir fry. I might get away with not using all of it. Okay, so, oh, Fredola. I'm back. All right, so I bought this lettuce. What kind of lettuce is this? Romaine lettuce. I like buying the lettuce like this and then cutting it up, and I put it in my salad washer thing and spin the water off of it. I like buying the lettuce like this because, for one, I think it lasts longer than the lettuce you can buy already cut up in a bag. And 2, I think that it tastes better. Here's a good tip, because you know when you buy the lettuce in the bag, once you open it and use some, the rest of it goes bad so fast. Like the next day you can open that bag up and then your lettuce is bad. If you take a paper towel, and I usually just like fold it in quarters and put it in the bag with the lettuce. Even like with this lettuce, I'll do that. It keeps it fresher longer because it soaks up the extra moisture that makes it go bad. And it really works. I bought a couple of these bell peppers. These bell peppers are huge. Look at that. They smell really good too. These bell peppers are huge, so I'll probably use 1 or maybe a little more than 1 with the fajitas I'm gonna make. And then I'll use some for dipping in the vegetable dip. And then whatever's left over from it at the end of the week, I'll put in the stir fry I was telling you about. So about this broccoli, they had the saddest looking broccoli. I mean, I'm telling you what, this broccoli is like so limp and like almost bad. So I think they didn't even have very much broccoli to choose from, but I like putting broccoli in my stir fry. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash this and cut it, and I'm gonna put it in a freezer bag and put it in the freezer, and I hope it freezes well. And then I'll just use it for my stir fry at the end of the week. Okay, so I bought this. Does anyone know what this is? It's an English cucumber. I had never had an English cucumber until probably a few months ago I tried it. And there's this little gnat flying. I like them because the seed part in the cucumber is a lot smaller than what a regular cucumber is. So it's more of a firm cucumber instead of having such a big center of just seeds. And really, they're a lot bigger than a regular cucumber. They cost more than a regular cucumber, but you're getting more than a regular cucumber too. I mean, it's not the size of 2 cucumbers together, but probably 1.5. And this is probably twice the price as a cucumber. Okay, and I bought these carrots. I like getting the carrots like this, and I will take the peel off. I will peel them and take the outside part off, and then I'll cut them into carrot sticks for the most part. And then we'll use it with our vegetable dip. And I don't think I have anything like to make a roast or anything like that, but usually I'll save a few carrots and do that with those. I might just save a few carrots in and I can cook them. I have cooked carrots. Hey, I bought cauliflower. I hate cauliflower. Blech. I don't even like the smell of it. But my daughter really likes cauliflower, and my husband will eat anything. So he'll eat it too with the vegetable dip probably. And so yeah, that's what that's for. Also, I bought cabbage, and I like putting the cabbage in my stir fry. Ugh, there's like water inside the leaf, so it's like dripping everywhere. Okay, it's just a little cabbage. Isn't it cute? Okay, and then I bought a cantaloupe. They're on sale. They're getting to be end of season, but the last couple I've bought have still been pretty good. So how you pick out a cantaloupe, if you don't know, if you can press the ends in and you could make it indent a little bit, like it's a little bit soft on each end, then it's ripe. Also, when it's soft on the ends and you can smell it, and you smell cantaloupe, then that means it's good too. Sometimes they're smushy just because sometimes they freeze them to store them, and they're mushy because when they're thawed out, then they're mushy. So that's not ripe. I love watching everybody else's shopping hauls because it gives me ideas on what I can do different and things I can buy, because I get in a rut of buying the same stuff all the time. And I like watching everybody's what I eat in a day video because it gives me ideas as well. So that's all for today. I hope you guys all have a really great day, and until next time.